True freshman wide receiver Jeremiah Smith had the game of his life, in my opinion, against the Oregon Ducks, where the young man, because he's a true freshman, he's not even 20, has a year or two more, I believe, before he hits 20. He had 187 receiving yards for 2 touchdowns, averaged 26.7 yards per reception against Oregon. And he has well over 1,000 receiving yards. He has 14 receiving touchdowns, and he's averaging around 17, 18 yards per reception on the season. He is a generational player, and he will make history. He's already made history, by the way. He set every single record by an Ohio State freshman wide receiver, set all of them, receiving touchdowns, receiving yards, etc. But I think he'll go further than that, because that's just making history for a season or for single season numbers. I think he'll make a lot more history than just that. I think that Jeremiah Smith has the potential to be the best wide receiver in college football history. There. I said it. I don't think I've ever said anything like that before in terms of an individual player. It's just crazy. He is a unicorn. And he's not just a unicorn, he is a unicorn amongst unicorns, an alien amongst aliens. He's the alpha predator, Jeremiah Smith is. He has unprecedented skills, big hands, high football IQ, raw athleticism that I don't even know if all of it's been tapped into yet. Like, he might get even better than he is now next season. I mean, think about it. He's young. He hasn't stopped growing. He'll probably get taller, get a bit more muscle. Maybe his hands will get even bigger, and he'll just be an even better player. I mean, he's already unstoppable as is. Imagine how he'll be in a few seasons down the road, as he has 2 more years to play at Ohio State before he can enter the draft. He will be draftable in the 2027 NFL draft. So Ohio State has him for 2025 and 2026. And before we continue this video, if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And also, if you want to support the channel or join our Discord server, the links to those things are in the description and pinned comments, so check those out. By commenting your thoughts down below, you will enter our giveaway, which the announcement for that takes place January 9th and 10th at halftime during the semifinal games. The winners will be announced, 2 at each halftime. $40 total in winnings, a $20 Visa gift card, and a $20 gift card to my merchandise store, which includes Ohio State-themed College Football with Sam t-shirts. By commenting, you have entered, and all I want you to comment at me down below is, what do you think Jeremiah Smith will accomplish at Ohio State outside of personal records? Do you think he'll win Ohio State a national title? 2? 3? How many Big Ten championships will he win? How many wins do you think... Well, yeah, how many wins do you think he'll earn against Michigan? Like, and what will he do season by season wise as well? Like, give me all of your thoughts, because Jeremiah Smith is a wonderful person and a wonderful player. And in the preseason, I said that, look, I'm accepting the hype. I'm buying into it because of what everyone's saying, and also because I trust Brian Hartline. In the preseason, I didn't trust certain things about Ohio State, but Brian Hartline was not one of those things, because Brian Hartline has done nothing to be doubted. Nothing one bit. So I said I was going to buy into the hype, thought he was a top 10 wide receiver immediately as a freshman, and even that wasn't enough. So what I'm essentially doing here is coming out and saying, guys, he is the nation's best wide receiver. He will be, barring injury, next year and the year after that, and he'll make history. He is a player that will be remembered forever, and he has a long NFL career. Again, barring injury or something like off-the-field related. If the off-the-field stuff is good, he will be remembered for decades. Like, I will be talking about him when I am old and when I am dying. I might even remember him if I get dementia. He might be that memorable. Not to, like, make light of that or anything, but just as a statement. That's just... He's that good. He's that good of a player. And he shows up in big games, too. And when the ball is thrown his way, he wins. He wins those one-on-one battles. There's a reason why he has over 1,000 receiving yards. He may get close to 1,500 receiving yards, and he has 70 receptions as well. Had 100-yard games against Western Michigan, Oregon the first time around, against Northwestern, against Tennessee, and against Oregon. He's having bigger and bigger games now because the staff is utilizing him. They're throwing him the football more. And they're also, I think, taking better advantage of their offensive situation. They're going pass first now. This is more of a traditional Ryan Day offense from 2021, 2020, and aspects of 2022 that Ohio State should have never deviated away from. And they did due to this misconception of toughness, but that's then. That's the past. These past two games have shown that they're willing to try that again. And it's clearly working. And a large part of why that's working is not just because of Ibuka or G. Scott Jr. or Travion Henderson or Will Howard being a great quarterback. It's because Jeremiah Smith is an elite wide receiver, the likes of whom I've never seen. I'm too young to remember Julio Jones or some of these other great wide receivers, but I can say I've seen one now. I've seen a generational wide receiver. As Colby Vlash just said in my comment section, moderator on my channel, he's better than Marvin Harrison Jr. already, and Marvin Harrison Jr. was a unicorn, is a great NFL wide receiver. I've already seen elite wide receivers, both collegiately, and Harrison will be one in the NFL. Already is, just doesn't have a good situation. And Jeremiah Smith's already better than he is. If he entered the NFL draft today, he might be the first overall pick. Sounds crazy, but it's not. Jeremiah Smith, wonderful player, wonderful man, has integrity, selfless, and just throws it all out on the field and gives his best effort. He's an A-plus level player, 4.0 GPA. And I don't mean like I know his GPA. I mean, if we're ranking players by their grade and giving like a GPA for their performance, he has a 4.0, and he's the number one student. Number one football player up for Ohio State as a true freshman. Just absolutely crazy. So I wanted to talk about that because it's notable and it should be talked about. Okay, next up, Oregon football is not satisfied. You know what? You know what, actually? We will talk about this tomorrow because this show's already ran for 2 hours, 20 minutes, which is quite a long time, and we need topics for tomorrow, so I'm going to save this topic for tomorrow, guys, especially since I want to go to bed. These shows always run long, but that's because I have a lot to talk about, and I like to talk. So, someone said, darn, I remember Randy Moss. Yeah, we're gonna end this here tonight. We already, reacted to this stuff. We have a lot of content, of course, to do, and yeah, I think that we're good for tonight. So thank you all for coming on. Thank you for super chatting, for liking the video, for subscribing to the channel, for hitting the notification bell. I will see you all very soon, and bless me. Make sure to have a great day. Thank you very much for tuning in. And again, we'll be live tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll preview the college football playoff games, two remaining, the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl. We'll talk about some topics surrounding those games, and we'll also talk about changes for Oregon, which is what I was going to, further harp on here, and how they're not satisfied with a good season. And we'll also talk about why Ohio State, clear favorite to win it all, and why Penn State should expect to win it all. So if you want to hear my thoughts on those, please make sure to tune in tomorrow. Thank you very much, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell so that way you can get notified when new content from College Football with Sam drops. I appreciate you very much, and also Share the video around to others who you know enjoy the sport of college football and love it as I do and as you do. And comment your thoughts down below so that we can have a conversation, because I want to know what you are thinking. And join our Discord server where we talk college football 24/7 via the link in the description or down below in the pinned comment. Thank you to my Heisman Patreon members, Crash2488, Brasco Rascal, and Carlo OH. Thank you to my All-American Patreon members, Chris Lane, Ismar, and Tyler Nye. And thank you to my All-Conference members, John Lynn, Roaming Gnome, Matthew Sale, Austin Christmas, Joshua Jorgensen, and Will Loftus. Make sure to check out my merchandise store and or Patreon page, or super chat down in the comment section below to support the channel. The Patreon page and merchandise store links are in the description or down below in the pinned comment. I hope you have a wonderful day. It is December, so Merry Christmas and also Happy New Year. I will see you guys soon.